Yeah, love how you move.
All around the world.
I wanna take you to Art Basel, some shit like that.
All around the world. Boys stare, girls swirl.
Huh.
Damn, you trigger happy.
Bang, bang.
So happy.
The primary purpose of the CAF podcast is to express
Got your foot all
platform for
over the
creatives to express their
gas.
personal views or opinions
What's
without
wrong with
restriction or
that,
censorship.
baby?
All views or opinions expressed during the CAF podcast are solely those of individuals expressing such views or opinions and does not reflect the views of the CAF podcast.
Oh, there it is. Okay. This is cute.
Because the green is connected to that one. So, all right. Everybody good?
Everybody's Gucci.
All right, here we go. I'll just say this is a podcast episode here live in Little Rock, Arkansas. To the day after Valentine's Day and the day after Miss Whitney Brown, self-love, what we call it? Symposium. That's the word. Self-love symposium. We here live, and I think so. Whitney, this would be her third. Delisa would be her second, but it's the first because we got them live. And
You include yesterday? You ain't include yesterday? Okay, never mind. Just kidding. I'm gonna let you.
because if you technically it'd be five because you weren't on with her. And
This is true. Okay, you know, this is your show.
was it? It's Velma, right?
Yeah.
So it would be five.
Okay.
You've been on. You the
But we here, so here it is. We got Kurt here live. So we want to welcome back to the CAF Miss Whitney Brown, aka TT Bay, and Delisa, aka Solomon Momma.
all day, every day.
Ladies, welcome back
Hello,
to the CAF.
hello.
Thank you.
Hello.
And she on the clock.
And she off the clock. You off the clock now.
I'm off the
You
clock.
off the clock.
I am off the clock.
So we got a lot to talk about.
Yes.
But first, we always got to start off right. Ladies, we got to ask, how is your mental health?
Ooh, today I think I'm surviving. I made it through the event, made it through the week as an adult, and made it almost down with all this crazy sickness going around. So yeah, I'm good.
Mm-hmm. And Whitney, after your whole week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been a week, but I feel good actually. It's over with. It's done. Till next year. I'm good. I'll be able to rest probably tonight or Monday night. Probably Monday night.
Cannot wait for the rest.
Yeah, for a couple of days, and then we back at it again.
Back at it again.
Well, overall's good.
Well, I'm going to ask first, how's your mental health?
Bad. No, I'm kidding.
Because I was going to be concerned. What happened?
Nah, it's been good. It's been a good weekend. I learned some stuff. It was funny talking in church today. Felt like I was really doing the Easter speech.
It did. Kind of like it too.
Prompted it.
I think it took him too fast. The fact that he was at the podium.
Quick.
He's like, "Come on up." Oh, we're not staying at the floor.
Yeah.
we're here.
Yeah, when you raised that you don't go in the pulpit for
Yeah.
nothing, and then you're like, nah, just come on up and talk. No, I thought we was.
Yeah.
That ain't in my
Yeah,
ministry.
get on in here.
Get on in here. Don't be scared of it.
It was good though.
You ready to do some Christian elevation?
Church was good. You said we're doing
You
Christian
look like
elevation?
you can do some Christian elevation.
Yeah. We didn't wake up early for Christian elevation, but we woke up with the word.
But y'all got there right on time.
On
though.
time.
Right on time for a good word.
Yes.
And then your mama, we was finna sit down, your mama flags us down.
Oh yeah, she made sure y'all was on that
I
section. That
probably should
third row.
have prepared y'all to sit a little closer. You know,
Well, I'm
not
normally
you.
sitting behind my pastor, so it's fine.
So that's
Okay.
normal for you. AJ, is that normal for
So
you?
I have to sit in front because I run our video stuff at our church. So
Okay.
I'm literally on the front row.
Oh, y'all don't have like that little separate box
We
thing?
do, but the way the camera stuff set up is like no shade. Our church big, so it doesn't connect all
No
the way
shade
in the back.
giving. No shade
So
giving.
somebody has to be in the front. I
To
wish
connect
I
it.
could be in the back,
Gotcha.
but I can't. So I have to be literally first pew,
Oh,
deacon pew. That's me. I'm sitting right there.
nice.
Deacon
I would have put you in the back. I would,
I definitely thought you
would
would
the back,
in that little
back,
in that
I,
little room.
the
I,
overflow back.
it's crazy because I used to be in the back and then they put me over it and I didn't know. So I'm like, all right, just go in the little booth. No,
No, you sent me right there.
right there with the camera.
You the deacon of program.
Actually, I'm the what is the head video? How they give it?
Not
Videographer.
Something.
Not
The
you, not
deacon
you.
of
The
videographer.
minister of video.
Minister of video. There we go. There we go.
Minister.
The minister of video. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah, you can check us out on the Zoom link and the Facebook. I run both of them. So
Okay.
yeah.
Nice.
So now let's get into it, Whitney, because self-love. First of all, didn't know there was a first one, but this is your second one. So from the first one to now,
It's really the third one.
so it's the third.
So yesterday was number 3.
So the first one was cheddar.
Yeah, so it was a last minute decision, and it was heavy on my heart. And I was like, well, I don't want to do that. That ain't for me. And then I kind of like decided, okay, well, how am I gonna do it then? If we're days away from Valentine's Day, so it's hard to get in places for Valentine's Day or near that time when the restaurant's packed. So I always did it the day after, or maybe the day before, but you try to do the day after so the restaurants won't be so bad. But I did it, and I told people at my church and people that I knew, and I think we had about 2 booths and a table, and everybody came out. We had a good time. I had it decorated with balloons,
And
red balloons and
roses.
roses, bought them roses, all kind of stuff. It was cute. Yeah, it was really cute. So it was at that time it was just women the first time. And then the next year I said, well, I want to incorporate more men, to get the other side.
So the second one, what was that one?
Where? It was at a place called, it was at an apartment complex, but I used their clubhouse
Gotcha.
at Bowman Point. So their clubhouse is very, they have different rooms, and each room is decorated differently. So I just used a room, and we went from there.
Now, from the first to the second, how would you compare this last one you had?
Much bigger, more. I think I expanded myself more than I originally thought I would. I didn't think I would go to this realm of doing like I did yesterday. I never did a panel, so a panel was completely new. Never ran a panel or whatever. I've always watching y'all, watching other people's podcasts who have it maybe live and they're sit on the stage and kind of figure out how I want it to flow. And I was like, well, I have all the resources. I know so many nurses, so many nurse practitioners, so many therapists. I know so many. Like, y'all just come on, let's talk about it. We do this all the time at work anyway. You know what I'm saying? So people don't have these conversations like we do because this is everyday life for us. But I get people like, oh, that's what it is. I'm like, yeah, to me it's like a no-brainer, but for them, like, I didn't know that. So I was like, okay, well, let's just all, and then even better, they were all black.
That was really nice.
All black, so
Y'all
it's
look
kind of
really
hard
good.
to find all black
Yeah.
therapists. It was hard for me to find a male black therapist, but I got one next year though. But all female, nurse practitioner, therapist, that's people say it's hard to find. Like, nope, it's a whole bunch of them right here. And I had more to come, but they didn't come because of the rain and people got sick. But yeah, I think it just expanded more myself and then what the possibilities it could go from there. Just networking with other people, and then also doing things with other. I would say because I had invited Pulaski Tech as a small community college here, and I used to do my self-love there, and I wanted them to come out. And they get credit for it when they come to the seminar. But they did, yeah. And I meant to say that, but the instructor, Miss Lisa, she was there. But I invited the students out because they get credit for that when they come to the workshop. So I said, well, instead of me coming to y'all just come to me and get the full experience. It won't just be just me. You can follow other people. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, it just kind of, it's grown and people ask me to do other things and all of, yeah. So, yeah.
You know this. You've been there since day one.
When it was an idea.
Oh, excuse me, my bad. Solomon Momma.
when she made it an idea, I was like, okay. And mind you, let me back up. Winnie has always been a community-based person. She's always wanted to be in the community, working hands-on with people and whatever needs that need to be met. So for her to do this event or to start this platform, I was like, this is the perfect thing that I know in Arkansas definitely needs. And everybody, they talk about Arkansas and Little Rock, how small and small-minded we are. So to have her to do something like this, it's not being done here. And if it is, it's not being done right. Because like I said, she has people that are literally licensed, they are experienced from all ages, from all different categories. So it's branching out, and the more she does it, the more people are feeling comfortable to talk and be supportive and to be more knowledgeable, like, oh, I can help with this area.
Right.
So her delegating parts and then also expanding and not being so logical has been an amazing, journey to see her branch out from her. It has to be like this. It has to be like, and I'm like, no, you need to come on. Let's push it out a little bit further because I'm the out of the box thinker. I'm like, let's go for it.
So, Perk, you was on the panel. How was it for you?
It was, as I said before, it was fun. I mean, I learned more probably than what I said from other people, different perceptions. And then just being able to be on the panel discussion, like, and I think the pastor kind of said that too, like valuing ourselves and, not taking for granted the gifts that we do have, and being able to connect with people from different areas, different backgrounds, and just talking about stuff that we talk about on a daily basis.
Now, I don't think you said it, but I really wanted to, I thought you was going to go really in detail. What does really self-love mean to you?
Oh, that can go in detail
like
now or
not like now, like just where you at in your state of life, what everything going on. What does self-love really mean? Because you going back to the panel, I know we're dealing with mental health and therapy and psych and all that stuff. But what does it really mean for you?
For me, I think it's the holistic person. I think it identifies or defines a whole person. So how much you love yourself is how much you love others, or how much you're able to give to others. So I know we mentioned before, I can't give if I don't have it. Like if I'm empty or depleted, whether it's my energy, my time, if I'm tired, even like now, for example, it's been a long week and I know I'm about to tap out, like, hey, I can't do XYZ. And I tell everybody, including my church, today, next week we have a whole program and I already had other things scheduled, and I said, hey, I'm so sorry, but I will not be attending. So it's just, I know how to set my boundaries. I'm very big on those. I don't like when people try to run over others or myself, because I don't present myself as such, meaning with confidence, you know what I'm saying? Or if I'm burning out, and that could be from work, that can be from socializing, because I know we didn't mention this yesterday, but so the social level, some people can get, social level can go low, like, what, I'm social out, I'm talked out, I don't talk to nobody, you know what I'm saying? And I'm very conscious of that. Even the older I've gotten, I'm more aware. And really, honestly, when I went to grad school and I learned, my whole perspective on people has completely changed. I look at people different, not bad, but I think I have more empathy than I ever had before, because I'm meeting them where they are. I'm looking like, hey, so where did this come from? Why are you so this or that, whatever? But I just kind of looked at that and then just check myself as well, because I can't check you if I ain't check myself. You know what I'm saying? So I try to be the best version of me at every stage as possible. Yeah, I'm gonna fall and make mistakes or whatever, but I try to make sure I'm good, because I can't do for others if I ain't did nothing for myself.
So what was one of the biggest things you took away from your symposium? I got a lot.
You got a lot?
Wow.
Really?
I hear y'all both said that.
I just dealing with what's her girl? What was the twin?
Candace,
dealing with her when she started talking about the accountabilities and how it's something that, or how she said it, is if she preaches what she practices.
That's real.
That is
So-
a true thing.
I was like, I was kind of on the fence with it because I'm like, some of the stuff she was saying, I'm like, I guarantee you don't. But just the fact that if she say she go through it as a person, not saying that she do or not, don't know everyday life, I'm like, what if I start doing stuff like that? And then even with I think the other lady name was Jessica, how she was talking about with her husband, how the space, how
Safe space.
not the safe space, certain things that she knows she can't.
You have to go talk to other men.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like
That's
the
a
fact
good-
that I heard that from a wife, not a woman, a wife.
That's a good
That
one.
lets me know that it is possible out there.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh yeah.
Because I ain't never heard no woman talk like that.
Yeah, and it's actually more than you think. You just gotta filter through all the shenanigans. Of course, we're not gonna elaborate. You know, but there are solid women who they're emotionally intelligent. You know, and it may not be a lot, but there's some out there. Excuse me, it's some out there who, you know, who think like that. Like I'm not gonna surround myself with women who don't think like that, because you know, birds of a feather flock together. So most of my circle was really in that room yesterday. We all think like that, and if we're lacking or falling short, we hold each other accountable at any given time.
Yeah, so just to hear those type of talk,
Yeah.
it's just like okay, this is not something some people be talking about on social media. It's actually people
Yes.
walking the walk and talking the talk. So,
You don't see them out too much, but we out there.
yeah. So Betty, so what did you get from?
I know I mentioned this before, but for me, I felt like I was stuck for years. Y'all know I haven't passed my license, but I felt like it was my avenue, my way of giving back to the community. Hence why I got into social work in the first place. But I thought I was limited to my abilities to do what I wanted to do. You know, I couldn't, because you don't have a license, you can't do this, you can't do that, can't call yourself social work, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I was like, well, ain't nobody gonna arrest me for talking. You know, ain't nobody gonna say nothing to me. Clearly, we have social media, so everybody has a freedom of speech at this point. So,
mental health therapists on social media.
yeah, we're not gonna get on that because I ain't want to talk about them folks. But I ain't want to step on no toes. But but I definitely wanted to share my knowledge. Ain't no point in me keeping it, and then I'm expect somebody to grow if I don't share it. You know, so I wanted to make sure I share and educate other people so they can tell somebody else. And it gives me, I'm an acts of service. Like my love language yesterday, I'm an acts of service. So that was my acts of service.
Because we got to get out of his name.
Lord, I'm an acts of service girl. So I love to do things for others. And
So
I
yesterday
love...
was like your heart was full.
Yes, absolutely. And I enjoy it. I enjoy it wholeheartedly. I may be tired, but I was truly enjoy it.
So
Truly enjoy it.
now I'll wait to get to that. We ain't gonna talk about that. So what about you, Delisa? Because you was in the audience. What did you see that was like stood out to you?
For one, like, you know, we were just saying, you know, being in a panel of strong-minded people, Black people. Because sometimes, you know, you watch other podcasts or you're watching people you can't take them serious.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I'm looking at you and I'm searching for something, I'm looking for an answer. And sometimes you don't want to hear it. You want to hear it from a particular person or a particular group of people.
Right.
And yesterday was a great example of I trusted you guys' information. I trusted what you were saying, and then I know that you actually used what you're saying because of you guys' demeanor. Because it was really strong. You know, the whole aura was really strong when it came to confidence and knowledge. You know, everybody had some point they could say, oh, I know it from, like you said, working with the kids in the juvenile, or I know from working at the hospital, I know from working, or I know from working with life.
Can I need somebody's here to is that okay? I didn't know.
We just edited it out.
Okay, thank you.
So,
That didn't do nothing. You should just walk straight.
I'm
down.
sorry.
but yeah, so I guess so what I saw, and then knowing what her vision is for this, it was like, okay, we getting there. It's like we're scratching the surface. and then we're gonna peel back more layers and getting more into in-depth conversations like trauma and, you know, levels of toxicity, what to look for, red flags. And the girl, I know she asked a question, and I told Whitney once we was leaving, I said I really wanted to answer the question, but I said no, I'm not on the panel. But she was asking, like, how do you know when you're in a situation, if you've been around all your life, it's been your environment.
Correct.
Sometimes it's you changing your environment, changing your group of friends, and sometimes it only takes just one. When, you know, getting out, seeing different things, trying new things, that's how you learn, oh, what I've been doing probably ain't right, ain't what it is. So when I was listening to how everybody had a different perspective on something that it needs to be said and going more in depth into, it's gonna get better.
I thought you was gonna jump on when she asked about that toxic question.
Who you talking about when she said what?
What she said about the
lady in the corner?
Yeah, she asked the question.
I did.
Yeah.
You did?
Because Candace, everybody answered the question from another point of view. But she was just talking about if you're in an unhealthy situation, how do you know when to get out? Like when is it unhealthy?
Sorry, I got a surprise for y'all. Come on.
Oh wow.
Oh wow. Oh. What's up, Ray?
Y'all live right now. Oh wow.
What's up?
No, I'm not gonna show my face. Not in uniform.
Hey, she took the body camera off.
Yeah, I took the camera
She
off.
can't
We
do that
actually
for us.
just got a call.
Okay.
You gonna pause it?
Huh?
You gonna pause it?
I edit it out.
What you
You
been
can
up
come.
to?
I edit it out. Like it ain't gonna like. It's good to see you, man.
Good to
Let's
see
get
y'all.
on.
How are y'all?
Hands up, hands up.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Really pissed. What's up, boo?
What's up, man? What are you
It's
doing?
your mama.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, they best friends now at this point.
Well, you should see your mama yesterday. She was showing out. She had a little outfit on.
Had a leg cocked up, had the
Everything.
chair getting all the light
And
in.
she got a little spotlight, took
I
pictures.
seen the
talking about-
outfit 4 weeks ago.
Ooh, she was. Ooh,
Mama been bought the outfit. She been ready.
Oh, okay.
She been up for it.
Oh, she had a photo shoot with them.
She had a whole
AJ,
photo
why?
shoot.
No,
Hey,
she said it.
you want me to post it because it's on my? He tagged me on Instagram.
Well, no, it's not that she did that. She set herself up.
She did.
She just
So
sat
she
on
was sitting
down
over there
and-
on here.
She saw the
The
light.
spotlight was on here. He turned the spotlight to her, and she
And that's when
said,
she
"Why
went-
you gonna put the spotlight on me?" And
But
somebody
then
said,
move,
"Where
but
your phone
then,
at?"
then twist her leg like this.
Somebody
Yeah,
said,
don't
"Where your
post it.
phone at?" She was
Don't
like, "Oh, my
post it.
phone right there. If you want to grab it and
Yeah.
take a picture."
Yeah, go
Headline Starlight. DJ Star.
There's a lot of stuff I got to edit out because of the camera switch. That's what I'm trying to get some of the film from your mom because what's her name? Constance?
Mm-hmm.
She's not in the scene for like 50 minutes.
What?
At the end?
She's not in it. She's not like 50 minutes. All you see is her booth.
But you hear her talking.
You hear her talking. And that wouldn't be fair because I know now she follows like, dang, they done cut me out the video that was a part of the symposium.
I think Mama hit it on accident and moved.
So that's why I want her film with her strong
Gotcha.
hands. She's got enough for me. So back to it, we go to Self-Love Symposium here. Little Rock,
love it.
It's
Arkansas.
sticking.
It's
Yeah,
ain't
with
going
Whitney
growing.
Brown and Delisa Brown here at Delisa Studios. Now, Delisa, we're here at your studio.
Mm-hmm.
So how's this going for you?
It's growing. It's growing slowly, but it's a good growth.
Because
No.
once I think you had a sign right there.
I did. I took it down because
Wow.
well, my vision is I wasn't supposed to be here.
Mm.
You know, and so I'm just here until God moves me.
Okay.
You know, so now it's just me trying to just perfect the things I need to perfect, and you know, grow in areas like social media, because once I move into the next phase, it's gonna be mine, and I want to put that energy into my own instead of putting it into somebody else's.
Rewind the clock. Let's go rewind. Like seeing you at Grandma. Did y'all see this for yourself? Like y'all ain't right
Oh no. Well,
I had no idea I would go into social work, even as my undergrad in psychology. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I just know I was supposed to go to school, play ball. I didn't think I thought I was gonna keep playing ball. But when time got older and I became a senior, it's like my body can't take that beating no more. I can't do it. So we gotta do come on another plan. But to this magnitude, nah.
And for me, I feel like it's more so. I was told to go to school, and I didn't even have, like, you know, so people say, I want to be a doctor when I grow up. I never was that kid. I just knew I had to go to college. That's what I was told to do. But what I was going to go to school for, I didn't know. I knew I was good at art. And when I found out that Graham had an art program, I said, well, let's do that because I know that's my strong suit. But knowing what to do after I got out of college, I was just a leaf in the wind. And not knowing this was considered a profession or a career, if I was doing this at Graham, I would be well off, made money.
Because I don't know, we probably did. I'm just rewinding for the people. So what was that decision? Like, I'm finna start doing that. Because you already knew you could draw.
Yeah, it was more so the question of what do I need to do to make money for me and my son, consistent money that I can be flexible.
Before you go there, you remember how long ago you started doing nails?
Oh yes, so I've been doing
this ain't just
nails.
Came over the past couple of years.
Yeah, I've been doing nails for over 20 years.
She said, "Why is that, Graham?"
Yeah. So before we went to swag tournament and stuff, everybody would come to the room and get their nails done. Yes, I made sure everybody was cute and laid,
and we had regular polish.
And getting scrubbing feet and making sure, because some of them have some, you've seen them. I know AJ saw a lot of stuff he didn't want to see, but yeah.
Between T-Shaw, Secret.
I know. I'm so sorry.
Just let it
look. And don't forget about Crystal. Tootie and Why, if they did it, they were just joking around.
Yeah.
But those four, I
just ruined it for you. I know.
I mean,
it is what it is. But that's what I did.
The whole anatomy of a woman.
But still not knowing that was a profession, because I couldn't even recall ever seeing a black nail tech growing up.
Really?
Never.
It became popular later.
But now the percentage of black licensed nail techs, it's like almost 4%.
My mama and grandma aunt, they always had a black nail. They never went to no Chinese money.
Exactly. But then knowing to get that out, because back then, word of mouth, it wasn't a big thing.
Well, the only thing that happened with the lady they went to, she wasn't consistent with the shop. Like, she'll be on this side.
That's always been a problem.
Then she'll be on this side. Then next thing you know, she's doing it at her house. And,
and that's something that I always ask my clients. When I get new clients, I always say, hey, what are your concerns? What are some things that you didn't like with your last? And they'll say, I can never find them. They always would be hopping around. They was never consistent. They was unprofessional, things like that. So I took that into consideration. It's like, I want to make my shop therapeutic. I want to make it a place that when they come in, either in between work, after work, or before work, they can come and just unload. It's just me and them. And they are enjoying themselves. And then they come in, they share, now I might not be licensed, but I've been in the mental health field for over 13 years. So empathy, knowing how to talk to people and helping them process things. Oh yeah, we talk. Help people through their problems, help them, support them, give them new ideas and new ways of thinking of things. But this is my ministry.
So, because like everybody keeps saying license. So let me just say, the license is to make more money, if I'm correct.
Yep.
But everybody seems like you said 13 and how many years for you?
13.
For you?
About
7. Like, so what is something that y'all think is missing? Not the license, but outside of that where people ain't got to. People like y'all who know what y'all know ain't got to worry about getting, I guess, sued or whatever they do for y'all since y'all ain't licensed.
Wait, so let me make sure I have the question.
Yeah.
What is something that y'all think is missing outside of the license in the field?
Empathy.
competence.
Knowledge.
Because you can have some people, I know people who has license and are the worst of the
Horrible.
worst.
Can't
I'm gonna say
even de-escalate no kid, no nothing.
Yeah, they
I'm
don't.
probably say be sincere about and
Yeah.
authentic with the job. Like every job gonna give you the job description, but how much are you really putting in there?
Yeah,
Like,
that
Because
part.
once again, I think she said, matter of fact, I think y'all asked them, like, do they go by the book when dealing with somebody?
Procedures.
policy and procedure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like Percy said on the panel, he said, you got to meet people where they at. I can't talk to a kid just because they're 18. Their mentality might be 5 because they missed out on all of that. So I have to not talk at them like, this is what you do. No, I'm like, okay, how can I help you? What's the problem? Because some of them don't even know how to respond. They don't even know how. Like I have a child now. He doesn't know how to express his emotions. So everything is, it's all right. It's cool. You know, and so I'm having to dig deep and figure out how can I help him? What is going to be the breaking point so that I can open up and he can open up and we can kind of fix some things. Because he thinks real men don't cry. He thinks these things. So I have to come in and try to figure that out to help him because his voice is not being heard. His needs are not being met. And there's nothing towards him. He just doesn't know.
I mean, the book is fine for ethical decisions, for sure, because I stand by ethics. But when it comes to in the field and what's on the book is not the same. They're completely different things. Like, yeah, they'll give you a blueprint of what you're supposed to do, whatever, but they might not, the situation may be so complex and you probably can't use exactly what the book says. You know what I'm saying? Because, again, we're meeting them where they are. We're not treating them like they're a black and white piece of paper and just check off like we did this. If that's a disjustice for the person or the patient or whatever, it doesn't make them better. You know, they ask for help. They came for you for help. So it's really just shutting the door in their face. That's not right. That's not right at all. I got the urge and the courage to reach out and help, and then you just close the door and give me just write me off. That's not right. And some people do that. And they're licensed.
Just to get their money.
Or not. Some people do that. Seriously.
I would probably say I don't like the book.
For sure.
I don't like the policy. I don't like the procedures. But for me, and I'm
I agree.
saying that
I'm
from,
with you.
It don't fit the mold.
from a black male, that does not help.
Yeah, it's definitely for you.
Like, it don't work well. I mean, I work with kids. I work the different styles, and me doing it my way has worked better. Just because every kid ain't the same, and I can say that not speaking like, okay, I've heard what somebody said. I've worked with them, and I've had 10 kids with me, and they all different. But what I did with them was different, and to a point where I can say we changed some things without medicine. And the thing I hate with medicine is when you put a kid on medicine, the 9 times out of 10, the medicine doesn't get less; it gets stronger.
Yes, it does.
And then now that kid goes out, whether it's a male or a female, that kid goes out and have a kid. Now that kid is on more drugs. And the cycle just keeps going. So for me, it's like, let me not put you on medicine. Now, I'm not saying, and let me say it as a disclaimer, I'm not saying that there aren't some kids that you need to put on medicine. But there are some things as an adults that we need to do first before we look at medicine. Like, medicine to me is the last resort when it comes to a kid, because most times kids need structure. Because anytime a kid is a problem, when they go to a treatment facility or a juvenile, 2 different scenarios. A juvenile, they're going probably more for behavior. They are going to take meds, but at the same time, I've seen those kids take meds just because they taking meds. But I also seen kids where they didn't have meds and you still got to follow the rules. And it's like, you really don't need meds.
Like you said, the people at the top saying, give them the medicine? Or
Well, it's policy and procedures. Like, you have to follow. So in a juvenile center, they came pretty much more off court. In a treatment center, they came off court, but they also may have come because their probation officer said, this is where you gotta go.
Or family put them in there.
Yeah, most times it's family, or most times they don't. Their family have wrote them off and said, "I don't want them no more." So now they got to go somewhere, and so they might end up coming to a treatment place. And I don't like it because, like, I've been there and I've been in a room when a parent said, "No, y'all can keep them."
And sometimes it be environmental.
Correct.
Like they be good in the facility.
Correct.
They are prospering. They're meeting their goals, and then they get back in life, and just all that work is shattered, and you see them right back where they was.
Well, I mean, and that's why I say you have to look at where people are, because a lot of times when you don't have the essentials that we all take for granted, whether it's a roof over our head, air conditioning when it's hot outside, heat when it's cold outside, or food, or my clothes being washed, or when you see a kid saying, "Oh," they're telling the kid like, "You finna go home in 2 weeks," and he walked back and was like, "Yeah, bro, I ain't going home.
Yep.
I gotta go home, and I gotta deal with 6 to 7 other kids in the house, and we all scraping to eat. We all scraping to wear the same clothes, wash clothes." And so you look at it and you like, how do you help that situation?
And some of them self-sabotage their treatment to stay in there.
Just to environment.
Some do that.
That's sad, but it is. I'm gonna play devil's advocate on the medications though, because I'm for that more behavioral, for sure. But on the actual mental side, them folks got to get them meds. I'm talking about the psychotic ones,
Monday through Friday.
The schizophrenia one. Like I work with them, and that's a whole nother ball game. Like when you can see somebody looking through you, that's it ain't the best. Yes, because I work at a psych facility, so I've seen it all. Like literally, all of it. Meth-induced psychosis, drug-induced psychosis. They got it. And then sometimes it starts early. Not all the time, but it typically starts early. And it's, down someone else in the family had it before. But it's them. They got to be on it because they're not even in this world.
They was in the womb and they parents.
Yeah.
Drugs, neglect, all the things.
And some of them not even. It's just hereditary. If somebody in the family was already diagnosed before, the likelihood of somebody else getting it is very, very high.
And people don't realize to ask those questions before you get in bed with people. What is your history, mental, physical, spiritual, all of those things? Because if you got schizophrenia, it's a possibility your child's gonna have it. And schizophrenia is no joke.
It's not. When I tell you, them folks be
because it hits early. It hits at the wrong time for kids. That's 16, 17, 18, where you still trying to find yourself. And then now you got to deal with this mental issue. That's a lot to deal with.
Yeah, it is.
Especially when you're not equipped for it.
Yep.
Like, especially our community, because we feel like, oh, that's not it. Like I can name instance where I had this dude. He had been in the program for long. He was schizophrenia. They were not reducing his meds. They were upping his meds. And me and his mother had to have a conversation like, you probably gonna have to let him go. And that was the hardest thing for me to tell her. I wasn't supposed to tell her, but I was just like, at some point you got to get rid of him, because like he was at a point where he would tear up his room, or he would be like, I'm gonna kill myself. Like I remember one time, and I'm probably wrong, but I remember one time he called me and was like, "Hey, I'm finna kill myself," and I was like, "All right, go ahead. We'll talk about it when I get there." And they was like, "Why did you tell him?" I said, "Cause he called me. Like, if he finna kill himself, he's not finna kill himself. Like, I'm not saying that's not the true story across the board. What I'm saying is, you call me to be like, hey man, I'm finna kill myself. Okay, all right, cool. Go ahead, kill yourself, and we're gonna talk about it when we get there. All right, I'll wait till you get here to kill myself." I'm like, bro, But we had to talk with his mama because
no, but that's how it be. That's serious.
But they were mad that I said that.
I would have said something like that.
But you know what though? The fact is that he called. He knew to call him.
Yeah,
I would have definitely.
He knew he needed something that he know he would say.
Just hang yourself. Don't use it. That'd be me. I'm sorry.
See, it'd be these.
Not with the plan.
Well, here's the thing. I had to play with him a lot.
Promote the plan.
But you built that rapport with him.
Yeah, but I mean, he already knew. Like there were times like he tore his room up, and I walked in, and he was like, "Man, I'm sorry," and I'm like, "That ain't my room. First of all, I'm not tripping about that." But it was starting to get worse to where like he ended up hitting his mother, but she didn't tell me, and so they ended up telling me, and I wanted to strangle him. And I'm just like, they was like, why? I was like, bro, like we ain't talking about a job. We talking about a lady that can't fight for herself. Her son, who's mentally out of it, has strangled her, and y'all don't want to tell nobody. And I'm like, at this point, he needs to go to a home because you can't fear for him. Even
so when is it gonna come? When she's dead?
Correct.
Well, we just had that incident in Jacksonville. A former D1 basketball player, he played for UConn when they won the national championship. Something happened in the NBA. He got cut. He went overseas, came back home, and he killed his mom. I want to say this past Sunday, but they say he was he was on meds and stuff like that, and I guess he didn't take his meds.
Oh yeah.
Ended up killing his mom.
I mean, even with
a national championship basketball player.
Even like when you think about mental health, what's to me what goes on now, because I hear this more often than any, and we just heard it, is dementia. Like a lot of people feel like, oh, I need to keep my parent at home, and I'm hearing stories of people doing that, and it's like, you know, these people are like walking out of the house and walking into a lake or a river,
getting in the car,
just leaving, and it's like, okay, how do they do that? And I'm like, at a certain point, you're not gonna be able to do it.
You can't watch them.
You gotta give them help, because statistically speaking, the person who takes care of them is the one that died the fastest, because they stressed out about everything.
Yes.
And so for me, it's like we have to talk about these issues now more than probably we wanted to talk about them. We've ever talked about them, because we're getting to that point. And I say this all the time. When I said I wanted to get old, this is not what I was talking about. And so I just feel like we have to have that conversation with people, and we got to support people. Because a lot of people are going through it, but we don't hear about it. We don't know until it's the last minute. And it's like, it becomes stressors for people, and you can see it. Like, I see it when I'm talking to people. Like, and it's like, I think you asked the question, do I assist a lot of people. Like, people that I'm cool with, like, I have that conversation. And he know I might not talk about it when we in group setting, but it's like, I bro, listen, like, what's really going on? Because this ain't what you supposed to be doing. Or what
trigger words, body language.
Yeah.
And like you just said, you know, this guy that was UConn, and all these accolades that you said, and Whitney taught me this, Whitney and my mom taught me this. Mental illness, mental health does not have a face. It could be anybody. It could be the 45, 47. It could be anybody. Because it literally doesn't be like, oh, this type of people or this generation. No, it's anybody can have mental issues or mental illnesses. And people are not seeing that. And then back in the day, we skated under the rug. Oh, they're crazy. That's what they said. You know, that was the word they used. Our uncle, he just, you know, he got some few screws that's missing. No, something is wrong.
Or he went to, like the dude last night, he went to war.
Yes.
You know, I had PTSD. And I'm going through therapy. And, you know, I feel for some veterans because they don't get the help that they need.
Yes.
And then people, what I do hate is when people like, oh, well, they know what they're doing. And I'm like, nah, it ain't that easy as you think. Like, and I can say that because before I got into mental health, I probably would have said the same thing. And so, even with my own family, there's times that we have to sit down and have conversations because they don't understand the severity of what that looks like. You know, like, yeah, he may act like that or he know what he doing. Yeah, it might be, but some of that's a little bit tricky because you don't know when he's clicked in and when he's clicked out. And you can't just say, oh, well, he all right. Oh, okay. Like,
oh, it's better now. He's good. Yeah. No, he's in a good moment.
Correct.
But the episodes will come back.
But I'm not mentioning that yesterday. I mean, people are getting more awareness about mental health, especially for our Black community, more the past 5 years than I've ever seen it before. And even with that, I think that it helps. We still got a lot of work to do, but I think it helps more than it did before 2020. Because COVID definitely lit the light and was like, okay, I'm finna see who's gonna survive. Whether you sick, you gotta be isolated, you scared, all these different things. But I mean, it definitely woke people up. And of course, ongoing with all these different stuff going on right now, but it's a lot to deal with.
Now, I will say this, and this is coming from somebody who is not licensed but been around it. What I don't like is that, like, my sister and my mom, they're in this field, you know, and when you're in the field, you can't turn it off. And so if you have friends that are in this industry and we know and we see, we're just here to help. Don't make us feel bad because this life, you know, now we're in it. We can't turn it off.
Yeah.
So you can't say, stop therapizing me. If I'm your friend and if I know I got a friend that's in the middle, hey, let me talk to you real quick. What this sound like? I'm never going to shut you out because I know you know the answers. You know, and sometimes when you're around your friends, you kind of get defensive, talking. And if you're not, like we were talking about that safe space, you should, like when all the women you saw, when we get together and we talk. I don't feel inferior or in a defense mode because I know that they're giving me something that I need to hear or something that I might can help someone else out. But some people can shut it off and be like, I'm not listening because you're trying to therapize. No, I'm trying to help. But if you don't want the help, I can't. I wish more people would be more open-minded. We can't turn it off. Like he said, I assess everybody. We might not say, oh, I'm assessing you right now. No, but I'm listening. I'm observing. I'm watching how you respond to certain things, how you sit still. Like if you fidgeting or if you can't sit still, people used to say, oh, you do the most. Maybe they're ADHD. They can't sit still. Maybe they, you know, it's things that's the reason why they are the way they are. And some people not even diagnosed.
I low key, it's probably not right, but I do it for my personal reasoning. If I was dating someone and was getting to know them, I know the biopsychosocial by memory. I'm asking questions on the slip, not directly, but underlining, asking questions to see where you at, because some people, you know, they put a facade on and whatnot, but so. But I use that for my benefit, trying to figure people out, because everybody put on a facade for sure. Until the time comes up.
He asked me that one time. Who was out?
Do you use those questions? Absolutely.
They just come out now.
Yeah.
That's just him.
We just gotta tackle way of doing it.
Any female girl already know.
Definitely.
They don't even know. They just setting themselves up for suicide.
Don't even know. I have no idea.
He finna hit him with it, hit him with it, hit him with him, hit him with him, hit him with him. And they just be like, girl, he's just so interested. Nah, baby. Nah, baby. You getting the rundown. We finna figure this out.
He finna bill you in a minute.
You finna be a sneaky link, or you finna have a real name.
This is that moment. That's the moment.
So yeah. Recap from the Self-Love Symposium with Whitney Brown here, Solomon Momma Studios. So let's switch it up for a little bit. What topics did you wanted to talk about, or any one of y'all want to talk about? Did you get a chance to talk about? And what topics did you want to talk about but you couldn't because we was in a church?
I think you gotta go with the first part.
Yeah, the first part don't have to go first.
That's completely two different questions. Dang, I thought about it yesterday. I forgot what it is now. Now that you would ask me, I don't know. I know, but I forgot because I definitely thought about it last night. Dang, I should have talked about that.
Lisa? No, I'm gonna go to Lisa first.
I'm a transparent person, so I don't.
I forget about anything.
Yeah, you know, if you ask, I'm gonna tell you. You know, and I don't care. I don't know if y'all heard. I don't care if you judge, because at the end of the day, this is my life. You know what I'm saying? I don't care, but I would love to see more transparency, because some people hold it back in certain settings.
A topic I thought we was going to talk about is like abusive relationship.
Okay, so here's here
toxicity, but
so the thing is, I have to be careful.
I love talking about that.
No. I have to be careful because
it wasn't, and the reason why I thought we were going to talk about it because we had a panel of women, you had two guys. And I thought we was going to go down that road for a minute.
No, the reason, no. That was
because when you say self-love, I know a lot of women swear up and down.
Yeah.
They get love.
Yeah.
And say they love themselves, but you still let this man abuse you, not physically, but also
mentally.
Yeah. You're right.
Emotionally.
So I have to be careful how far the depot I go, right? Because now I'm creating a whole nother conversation. And not necessarily the focal point of what, because I can definitely talk about that, but then I have to also deal with the triggers. So I may be triggering somebody in the midst of that. They won't even say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know every single person's intimate relationship or whatever, but it may have been somebody in there then we sit here having a conversation, and not saying we do it on purpose, it's just casual conversations that we had yesterday. It could trigger somebody else. Now we have a whole nother issue. You get what I'm saying? But I try to be careful not to go too deep in specifics. Just for that reason. That's why I just kept it with self-love and just tap the surface of, not necessarily the surface, but just some of the things that you yourself can control at that time. When we talking about trauma, we're talking about abuse, we're talking about trauma, which is a whole nother realm that we wouldn't go.
Because all trauma stems back to childhood.
Because I could talk about human trafficking, domestic violence, the what's it called? Dang, I forgot the name of the name. But the same-sex violence, all of that. I can talk about all of that.
Discrimination.
Yeah, all of that. But that's a whole nother realm.
So would you say that'd be a time
within
and
itself?
place?
That's a whole podcast by itself, really.
Because you hear women talk about how I'm this, I'm that, but it's like, baby, I know who your boyfriend is, or supposed to be boyfriend, and it's like, you gonna let him do that to you, and I'm supposed to believe you really love you?
Yeah, so with that, AJ, you can't force them to get it.
I don't want them to get it. I just want them to understand what they're saying.
That's still getting it,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I can't help them until they're ready. I can preach all my blue in the face, but they're gonna go back and do the same thing they're gonna be doing at the end of the day. So you can preach about it, you can talk about it, you can give all the paperwork, all the things. You can give the resources, where you get your safe house, the new car, new identity, the whole shebang. But if they're not ready, there's nothing they can do. And we can't make them move. There's places out here in different cities that have safe places and you can't find them online.
Yeah.
Because they're made specifically for people who've been domestic, abused or whatever the case may be. So I can't force them. When you ready, you already know what to do. I gave you all the things, or call me. I've had something like that. I can't force it. Because if I react or do step in, then I'm putting myself at risk of being hurt physically. Whether I'm getting shot or stabbed, whatever, because the person that they're running from is coming from me, because I'm stepping, you gotta wait till they're ready.
I'd be wanting to be in those spots.
I know. You gotta be careful with that, because now you're taking on a whole nother responsibility that it can go left really quick.
It's the man in the mirror. Like, some people's self-love is low. Some people's self-love is up there. It's high. And so, but you can't shatter the one piece of self-love they do have, because that's probably what's holding them on. But some people can't see the person in the mirror.
Yeah.
And they're telling, it's almost like my mom used to say this, and she said, I do it because it was a Christmas show. She was telling everybody, she's like, this is what I want for Christmas. And they was like, you just got to believe. And she was like, I believe, I believe, I believe. And sometimes you say it, but you really don't mean it. Mm-hmm. So you can say, oh, I love myself, I'm cute, oh, I'm fine. Like, people get on social media and get all on themselves, like, this is me, I'm hype, I'm sick. But really deep down, they're not. They're miserable. They're screaming for help, but it's so many people that can't see past.
Right.
They can't see past that. Yeah. And so when I get on social media and I see these people, like we were talking about, you can get caught in the rabbit hole of looking at people, I'm comparing yourself and things like that. But the first thing that comes to my head is, what's really going on? I'm looking at your background. I'm looking at how your house looks.
Right.
Does it look inviting? Does it look homey? What do you dress like? What do you look like? Because the eyes is the window to the soul. It's gonna tell you if they really truly happy. Yeah. If you really struggling.
Well, not even go further than that. Like with the kids.
Yes.
It all stems from your childhood.
Yes.
If you ain't never been loved, you gonna think getting beat in the face is love.
Is love.
That's not love. Or being taught
being starved and deprived of attention.
All these things, because that's what you're used to, or you never had it, so you just experimenting to find out what is love. You don't know what they look like.
People are out here lost.
So you just ain't doing nothing.
So that was a good transition, because speaking of love, let's go back to these love languages. So here we got words of affirmation, quality of time, physical touch, acts of service, and receiving gift. Now,
which one is yours again?
Physical touch.
Did you take a test?
I need you to take a test.
I did. I took it.
Okay. You got the wrong answer.
I got the wrong. Yeah, it was like.
So AI was wrong.
No, but he took the test wrong.
Cause that's what I'm saying.
He's trying to be perfect.
Oh, you can't. You gotta be.
I wasn't trying to be perfect. I would just answer the question from my
professionally. No, you said that before. You said I didn't. I was trying to be correct with it.
'Cause
That's what
that's
you
the
said
thing.
yesterday.
So did you
Okay,
use
so
your
that's
past
wrong.
experience to answer those questions?
It's
No.
like personal, not professional.
like I don't know, what would be one of the questions? Like, oh, if somebody was to give you flowers, what would your response be? And it has all the different responses. Would you be, oh, I was excited and I was happy about it, or it is what it was? Like, have you ever gotten flowers? You know, like, did you put yourself in the questions?
I probably had to take another test.
Yeah.
I don't even know why she said all that. I said that from day one. Like, you need to take the test.
Because you have to put yourself in those examples. Now, some of
You
them
might
you
need a
don't know,
therapist
but
when you take the test.
that's
Oh,
okay.
that would help.
That would definitely help.
And then when you answer it, don't ponder on it. Just answer your first instinct.
Yeah.
You gonna sit there and try to dissect
Dissect
the whole
like
question.
literally, the last time I probably took a test, it had to be probably before COVID.
Okay. I mean, your love language it can
It
change. For sure.
So-
Mine's definitely has.
Mine did, for sure.
Mine's definitely.
And I was like, after because during the podcast we started talking about love languages, and it's just like receiving gifts, acts of service, quality time. I am that words of affirmation. I could go for it, but it's not that big a deal to me. But I know for a time, physical touch and quality time, that's you showing me love to me.
Just laying by the thigh.
Pretty much.
Gotcha.
Well, okay. We'll just retake it just to be sure you answer personally.
okay.
And
No,
not
this is
professionally.
I'm just gonna throw it at y'all because I don't
Okay.
think we talked about y'all because I was straight on physical touch. What are y'all's and what is one that you thought was yours but is really not? Words of affirmation, quality time, physical
Mine's-
touch, acts of service, receiving gift.
Mine's is acts of service one. I mentioned that earlier, and words of affirmation. And they body neck and neck. Yeah, I'm a words of affirmation and acts of service person. The other three goes down from there. Cause I know y'all probably heard this example. If you washing the dishes and I come home, the house clean and all the things, I'm good, baby. What's up? What we doing? I'm good. That would literally be the best thing ever for me. But I'm not a big gift person. You know, I'm not a big. We talked about the bike situation. I'm not a big like for Mother's Day. I'm not a big gift person. I'm more acts of service or effort. No, didn't. Yeah. So and quality time would probably be my next one for sure because I definitely do that a lot. But I think I kind of knew mine already. And well, physical touch too. Gifts probably my least, and then neck and neck, quality time, physical touch. But the top two is affirmation and acts of service. If I had to go in order.
No, because it's crazy because mine's actually changed drastically. I didn't have realistic expectations and I did what everybody else wanted me to do. So now my thing is quality time because if you give me your time, that means you care. That means you took time out of your day to say, hey, I want to spend time with you in this moment. If that's 15 minutes out of your day, you came to my space and said, hey, I just wanted to see your face. What are you doing? Or sit down and eat lunch with me. Or, you know, the small thing. And that's, I guess when I get into relationships, I say quality time is free. Going for a walk is free. Sitting in a parked car is free. You know, walking to the grocery store is free. You know, things like that. And so that's one of my biggest things, quality time. And then I thought physical touch, I don't like to be touched.
Okay.
Intimate, I'm open for it because I want that's time with you. That's expressing how I feel and I care about you. But like now, since I've been hurt so much, my physical touch for men is like I give you your church hug, but I'm very, very distant on that now. You know, and I have to remind myself with my son. I have to give you that because you need that. He loves physical touch. Literally, for the first 2-3 years of his life, I had to wear 4X shirts because he wanted to kangaroo me. He had to, when we would go on dates, he would sit right here in my shirt, in me. He said, and he'll tell me, Mom, I just want to get in you. I just want to get in your skin. You know, and that used to irk me. But then my mom brought it to my attention. She said, Lisa, you used to be like that with me and me only. I'm not like that with everybody else. And so trying to get that back into relationship is challenging, you know, because it takes trust. It takes that safe space to feel that. And some people don't know how to actually physically touch you. Some people are aggressive. Some people think you want caress in the hood. No, sometimes I just want you to just, hey, or it's a nudge on the neck, or, you know, or the palm on the hands, but it takes time to get there. Words of affirmation grew on me. I thought that meant I was needy, but words of affirmation sometimes it's just somebody's acknowledging that you're doing, like, I see you. Yeah, you know, I see you, support. And what was the other one?
Receiving gifts.
Never been a big gift giver. Well, appreciate it, but I'm very ticky about gifts because
And acts of service.
acts of service, yes, now because of that whole masculinity, feminine masculinity, and all that. And I'm trying to walk into this feminine era. I need you to do some acts of service. But I washed your car today because I knew you couldn't do it. I saw you had a lot of French fries because of salad, man. I went on ahead and did that for you, so you didn't have to worry about that today.
Let me throw one out there. Is a love language is literally giving you your time.
Wait, what?
Giving you your time, because I know a lot of people like sometimes I just want to get away from their partner or anybody. So is that a love language?
That's personal time with yourself. That's solitude. That's
If it is, I would say quality time with you, but outside of
I'm
that,
talking about like, hey, babe, here's something, go away. Here's a hotel room.
oh, that would be probably like a gift.
that'd be acts of service.
But it's like giving you your time to go be by yourself.
Yeah, everybody needs that. Because even when you're in a relationship with somebody, you still have to be an individual. You still have to reboot yourself as an individual. I can't be my best self for you.
No, I hear what you're saying, but it's just like I'm hearing it so much now.
What people want their solitude. I think that's the older you get, you realize I don't have to be glued and clingy. You go do you. Oh, you going to the cigar bar? Please go. Matter of fact, I'll go buy you a cigar. You go, because while you there, I'm finna go be reading a book. Finna go
See how
taking
you
a
say
bubble
you
bath.
saying you go. What do they say? No, babe, you go. If they reverse
Yeah.
it.
It'd be the same.
Yeah, it'd be the same.
No,
Just
no.
because the gender change on me.
No, not the gender change. Listen to what I'm saying. She's saying, baby, you going to the cigar bar? Cool. You go.
Yeah.
What if he just like, here, babe, you go do what you want to do.
Absolutely.
Get
yes.
get away from me. Go spend
Yes.
time by yourself.
And then that's you listening to your partner, be like, that means he's needing his time and he's encouraging me to go and do my time. I'm not taking it personal
Right.
and being insensitive. I'm like, oh, he's needing a moment. Like when guys play the game, that don't really bother me. That means that's a solitude time that you really are trying to escape the world. Because today was probably a shitty day. Or you just say, I just want to just be unbothered. My social button has literally tapped all the way out. I just want to sit here and be unbothered. And that's okay. But check in.
What? The languages?
Yes.
I'm gonna go with I can't go halfway with Delisa. I think Delisa said something that I've learned. Like, I think after you get hurt so much, it don't really hurt no more for me. And so the love languages, I don't really have any because I don't give people expectations. And so for me, it's about, if you say you love me, I believe you love me until you don't love me. I don't need you to say that every day. And I think for a lot of people now in this world, they need that every day. So for me, and I've said this numerous times on the podcast, my problem comes from me and my mother. Being an only child, and I hate nagging. I hate interview questions. I hate interrogations. So getting with somebody who does that is a pet peeve for me, because it's like, if you walk in a relationship with me and I tell you like, hey, listen, don't tell me what to do, just suggest like, hey, would you do this? If we in a relationship, I'm gonna listen to you anyway. Just because I feel like if you're in a relationship with me, I don't feel like you telling me something to hurt me. But I also know like some people can't just be in the midst of people without having a conversation. And for me, it's like I can sit there and be with somebody and enjoy the day, not be mad. But then it's like, oh, well, what's wrong? Why is it a problem? Are you mad? I'm mad that you asked me 3 questions that I didn't even answer yet. I'm mad that we can't just sit here and enjoy the company, or I'm mad. Like even now, I'm more mad when you talk to people and they can't function if they mad at each other. And I feel like, okay, you might not like what I said because I don't like what you said, but we still in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I just feel like so many people are looking at social media. They looking at all these people that have been in 30, 40-year relationships, but they don't know what it took to get there.
Mm-hmm.
And some people don't want that. And so for me, it becomes a problem because it's just like, I don't have expectation. Either you're going to make it or you're not going to make it. But so I can't say I can pick one because I can't. If you did anything for me, I'd be happy.
I appreciate it.
That's just me. Like, I mean, I had people tell me they would do stuff and wouldn't do it. And so to me, I just got to a point where it's like, okay, you didn't do it. Cool. I'm all right. And if you do it, I'm grateful.
Yeah.
I'm like literally grateful for anybody to do so. Even when I know at my job it's stuff that we do and I just be happy that we doing. They was like that's cool. Yeah. I was glad you thought enough to ask me. So
yeah.
In a relationship, it's the same thing. Like, I don't feel like you got to do something to make me happy. I feel like I make myself happy. Yeah.
I can say, like, when he was saying about that, because I know one of the big things, I don't know if you guys have this problem, but you know how you ever went to, like, a gas station and you saw a woman and you just said, let me go help her out.
Correct.
And some women become snappy.
Correct.
I don't need you on. And then how does that make you feel?
Correct.
You like annoyed. You like, damn, I just came to act, help you out. And see, for me, if
but then turn around and say, me don't do nothing for nobody.
Exactly.
Like, now,
and so when I'm out, and I could be in my head, like having my whole moment, and if a man comes and say, hey, sweetheart, I was wanting to help, I said, oh my God, thank you, but no thank you, I'm good. Like, I acknowledge that you tried. I acknowledge that you thought enough of me, and you, because that is a lot to go to a woman. To say that or try to be helpful, because so many women are just like nagging and tearing down people, and sometimes I'm like, I'm in a rush, but I appreciate that, thank you, I let them know, because not even just for black men or white men, if you're a man, that's something I feel like a woman should just, let me just go stroke your ego for the day. You needed to see that.
I used to be bad about that.
What?
Like opening the door
Yeah.
and they don't say thank you. Yeah, I wasn't in my Christian. Era.
Get your butt back over here and try.
It was
If I
cool
open the door,
because
you ain't got. It's just a simple.
Yeah. And see, and on the side of me, when I'm coming in with all this stuff, and then a man walks right past and walks the door and then closes it, like you don't see me walking. That irks my soul. Like, it's nothing but just to open the door or hold it for 2 more seconds.
Or just help.
Just help me, please.
Help at all.
So it goes both ways.
Recap of Self-Love Symposium. Now, let's get to it. We got our Cal Podcast questions. I think you should know the rules by now.
You should know the rules by now.
But we're going to go through it. Probably going to, we'll just go through it. So the first question, ladies, love or money?
Ooh.
Oh, I had these.
Love.
Financial literacy or health literacy?
Oh. Dang. AJ. That's tough.
Gotta pick one.
Yeah, you got him breaking up marriage.
Yeah, you really that's a real tough one, because both can jeopardize your relationship.
how?
Health wise, if you're not taking care of yourself and not knowledgeable, you're dead. You just dead. You leave me out here.
That don't mean you picking one doesn't mean you leave the other.
But
It's
if
just which one
financial,
do you
preference.
pick? Yeah.
It's just a preference.
I would say financial, because I'm not strong with my finances.
Yeah.
Because I
would
nurse
say
you back to health
financial.
then.
I'll walk
medicate
with
you
you with the health, baby. We can pick you
I
up.
can drug you up, make sure you right for work, and do whatever
Get you a
necessary.
trainer.
Hit you with that hot toddy real quick.
Your
Rub
answer
you
is, say it
down.
again. So the
Financial.
for both. All right.
Yes.
Now this one is a 3-part answer. You can pick 1 out of 3, 2 out of 3. Can't pick all 3.
Okay.
T-shirt and panties, lingerie, or nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
All
It's
right,
hot. We're going into menopause.
All right, ladies. What brings you peace?
I'm sorry.
What brings you peace?
Silence.
Solitude.
What would you rather do? Read out loud or do a math problem on the board?
Oh,
Read out
yeah.
loud.
Read out loud.
I gotta agree in social work. That's why.
And I'm an artist. That is not my strong. Math is not my strong suit. Hence the financial man.
All right. What movie describes your current, and this is gonna be funny, sex life? What movie?
Why did you point at me? Why did I catch a
What
stray?
movie?
Tell me why
What is
did I
wrong
catch a
with
stray? Again.
What movie currently describes your sex life?
Why you do that to me like that?
Ooh.
You need a you want to buy a vibe.
What movie?
This is hilarious.
What movie?
It's only one movie. No, it's not. This is not a. She don't get a multiple choice. That's
It's it.
it's just one.
It's it. Help her out, Perk. Help her
She took a lot of Disney movies.
No, okay, Disney. Name two.
But we only in Disney.
No, name two.
And Disney?
Yeah.
Name two.
Cinderella.
What hell?
What?
So wait, we just doing
We
all
don't
the
even
Disney
know that.
movies.
Exactly.
We don't know that, but we talking about a movie we know. You said that
Well,
explains
what
something.
movie you talking about?
40-year virgin.
Yeah, that's the only thing that came up to my head. That's the only one.
That's the only thing I right there that goes
I
for
would've
the
went with
shit.
Sister Act.
Who's
You think that
Who is Sister Act?
none? Sister Act
You
with
ain't never seen- oh, you ain't never seen
Whoopi
Sister Act?
Yeah.
He called her nut.
Bruh, which one? Whoopi was not a real nun.
No,
She was out there in them streets.
Sure was.
She was
outside.
It was still
First,
not
second, and third.
Thank you.
They recruited
She
her
was
back.
not a showgirl.
Sister Act would have just right up there.
Oh.
That is
Dealing with
crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
That's crazy.
Well, we know hers. What's your
I didn't get a chance to answer. We are giving to me.
It was definitely like answer right
You
there.
you should know the answer at this point. You ain't gotta think. You want to buy a vow? Sure.
nothing. Sammy, it couldn't be because he still got something.
He said, "Let me. Ooh, I know this one. This is my moment. Please, let me."
I got my ticket to heaven already, baby. I'm already
He
there.
gonna be in the back talking. Check a score. Check a score.
Hey, we there. Let them know I'm out here.
Check
Come get
her
me.
cat score.
Come get me.
Can I get the cat facts?
That's hilarious.
Stop, Perk. Please stop. No,
Lisa?
mine would be how Stella got a groove back.
Oh wow.
Yes, definitely that one.
We're gonna get you a card next time.
Definitely Angela.
We'll do
I have it on paper. I forgot to
No, but
know.
we're gonna do the cards where you put the thing on the back.
I'll make
That way you ain't gotta pull up your phone all the time. It's just on the card.
I had them running down. I just forgot to bring them.
I know we gotta put it on the card. That's all I'm saying.
I
It
got
help
that.
with promotion
Okay. You say so. But I got that.
for both of y'all.
For who?
Both of y'all. 'Cause she did it on her phone too.
Yeah,
No, this is just by accident.
I know. Listen to what I'm saying.
I know what you're
Going
saying.
forward, you put it on the card. That way, if your phone
Oh, I
go
do have a
out.
question for y'all. We're gonna finish these questions
Yeah,
first.
go ahead.
All right. What is something currently in your life that you learned to accept, even though you tried to change it?
Say that one more time.
What is something currently that happened in your life that you accepted, but you tried to change?
I can't control shit.
You tried to your best, but it's like it is what it is.
I can't control my life. Period. Nobody's
Yeah.
life.
Nothing?
Nobody. That's it.
Oh, look, you answered. She didn't answer.
I was agreeing with her.
You can't agree with her.
Why?
This is not.
Listen, and-
This is not
let
a
me-
two.
let
Two.
me-
We run this together.
Let me explain
We
why.
do-
We
Can
do
I elaborate
sit
then?
and see too.
Okay, the thing is, I have an issue with control, with my perfectionism, right? And so I have to learn how to relinquish more each time I do something or whatever in my day is, so
So
that
was it
I
a
will.
current situation that happened? You was like, nah, let me just stop.
I really don't know. Like I can't have control over my life. Like this week was a lot.
Yeah.
You know, it was a lot for me because I went more and I said, you know, at the end of the day gotta okay then. So it is what it is. If it don't happen, people don't show up, it is what it is. People don't come.
But that's growth though. I think that comes from growth. Like, I think like there was time when we first started throwing parties that we didn't think nobody would come. And even to a point where I was just like, man, if they come, they come. They don't, they don't. But
Right.
then you just get to a point where you like, okay, you have to build a rapport for yourself.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying in the way that I'm stuck on that, but I mean, if anything doesn't happen, food or the place wasn't, the furniture wasn't what I wanted, the bloom wasn't what I wanted, hey, the show must go on. We rolling.
And see, mine would be like hers, but telling my idealistic self, let's be realistic. We don't control this. We don't. Like it's like relationships. I have no control over that. You have no control if they're gonna stay, if they're gonna leave. You don't control over people and how they're gonna respond to you. Like you were saying about going to the having a cookout and being, oh, you're gonna do this and this. I have no control about how they're gonna respond, but they're gonna respond regardless. So I have to almost be ready for whatever's gonna come my way, not blow up and get pissed off, but be like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. I'm gonna do me and I'm gonna move. I'm gonna exit stage left and right.
All right, Monica or Brandy?
Monica,
for sure.
Little Mermaid or Beauty and the Beast?
Little Mermaid.
Oh, Beauty and the Beast. Beauty. Come on, Bella.
Always one. Always.
Always one. What that mean?
Somebody always picks the Little Mermaid. You have a group of people, but you
That
rarely
was
hear.
my girl.
You rarely hear somebody pick Beauty and the Beast.
I mean, come on. Bella was a beautiful woman, right? And she married the ugliest nigga. Like, ain't that any woman can relate to? Has met with a that beast. You know, to have some beast. You know, and if you would say Tiana, Princess and the Frog, I would have definitely picked her.
Oh yes.
It was too easy. All right. What is something in 2025 that you're looking forward to?
This vacation or next month for sure. Oh, we're talking about just in general.
I mean, that what you're looking forward to. You're looking forward to.
I am, ain't gonna lie. Let me be realistic.
I'm looking for breakthroughs.
Yeah.
I'm looking for like my whole business to just flood.
Come on.
My son's the situation with that to be just we in a good space, financially elevation, you know, mind elevated, consistency, maybe do a fast, you know, things like that. I'm ready to go to the next level and actually being mentally prepared to handle that level. That's what I want.
Now, as Valentine's Day just passed, and usually when we do this, we always ask the question, so I'm going to ask you ladies.
You probably want the same question answer on this one, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, what day is Side Chick Appreciation Day?
Oh, the 15th, ain't it?
I'm asking y'all.
Ain't it the next day?
That's a thing.
Yes.
Or the day, or the 13th? Is it the 13th or the 15th?
I'm asking y'all.
I was gonna say afterwards.
Yeah.
After night, like after you leave, maybe the 14th at 12 o'clock.
Probably
11:59.
It's one of the 13th or 15th. One of the
That's a thing.
Yes.
Yeah, it is a thing.
Like
you can't be with.
What is the process to that?
Hey, we set it up, and you know, hey, we're gonna go here. You know, we can't go tomorrow because it's gonna be packed.
That's
Doing
the
good where
excuse.
they already got reservations with the
that's not an
main.
excuse.
It's just they delegating, I guess.
Jesus. Okay.
I'm
Wow.
not trying to.
Look, I always learn something new when I come to this podcast. You always give me an
No, I mean, but
Culture.
How was Valentine's Day for y'all? Why you going to the side chick?
oh, I've never had one, so I don't know what that looks like.
Oh wow.
How was it? How has it been? How was it like this
Was
past
it?
one? Oh, I was working, trying to get the event set up. I'm a woman of excellence, so I gotta make sure everything look good, and because I didn't want us to be coming in and trying to piece everything together. I just wanted to walk in, put food, let's go. So
I don't know what
yeah.
I don't even know what that looks like.
I was in there and putting chairs and all the things together. But I do have a question for y'all. Was that your last question?
Yeah.
Okay,
That was the
so
last question.
For right now, until we ask the other question.
what was the other question?
Well, just ask the question.
Okay.
He pulled it out. I got scared.
What do y'all think I need to change or do or improve on yesterday's? This is your first one, so it's not necessarily have something to compare it to. However, it's still an event, so I'm taking all.
I don't think there's a thing that anybody should do to change what their vision is. I think sometimes we want it to be so perfect that we forget the reason we're doing it. And then I think my thing is always the show gotta go on.
It is.
And it might not go perfect in my eyes, but if somebody tell me, man, I learned this, then I did what I was supposed to do. It might not have, you might not have crossed or checked the list down all the way. Because some things is like, well, I need this to look like this, and I need this to look like that. And it may not look like that, and you like, okay, I feel like I failed. But then when somebody comes to you, like, oh, yeah, I learned this, and it's like, it ain't that big. That little small thing didn't hurt the effect that you was trying to get out. So I feel like you just got to have the vision.
Yeah.
And I think you could do whatever you want to do with it. I don't think there's a wrong avenue you can go with it. I think it could be bigger than what you want it to be.
Definitely.
One thing, when you ask questions directly to people, you know how like I would ask questions, so what did you think? So how would y'all move? That's one thing, because you had two girls over here. They was quiet. You had Perky and Constance was killing the question. So that's why if you saw me, I was like, so what do you think?
Okay.
Make them feel important. They part of your panel.
Right.
Now, if you ask them a question and they give you something weak, don't worry about it. But you saw once they start getting asked, that what's her name, Jessica? She started opening her mouth. And plus, you just don't know who's gonna say something that might help somebody in the room.
This is true.
So just be direct with your question.
I will say one thing.
Just
We're
direct.
gonna have to give you a time limit.
Yeah, that was my plan. But I was going so fast, and I was like,
So,
dang.
And she
That's why
said
you-
to talk
And
like,
I'm
I was like, slow down.
That's why if you've been paying attention, you see me doing
She talks
this,
really fast.
because I'm paying attention to that clock.
Yeah, and I had
She's
planned
made that a
to-
thing. She's like, I wanted to be at this time.
Yeah, and they
that's
knew
why
that, and it went so
You should have had her
fast.
like, hey, when it get two out, hey, give me the signal so I can wrap this up.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and I was trying to catch, but for one thing, we started late because nobody was there at 1 o'clock at all. So
Period.
they pushed me, it threw me off, and then I was going so fast, getting there, getting all the stuff, and I was okay. I got the. Like y'all want me to help y'all do it? I can't. Y'all gotta figure it out. I'm not doing it. So I had planned to do it like
she
that.
did.
It just didn't happen
Make her
Yeah.
just stop watching.
that way.
Yeah.
But usually, and then sometimes like I've done that before. Have her let me know, hey, how much time I got. Let me know, etc., etc. But it did not.
And she also wanted to be organic. You know,
You
she
can
wanted
still be
to.
organic.
Yeah.
Control it.
Yeah, and that was my plan. But again, we started much later than I expected. Nobody was there at 1 because Jessica got there at 12:45. She was the first one outside of us that was there. So I was like, really, I kind of need. I want to start, and all the panelists is here, but ain't nobody here to listen.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So I kind of need to wait a little bit so people come in. But it is what it is. But yeah, I definitely will implement that.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, that was definitely a thing because I made that very specific to her and my mom. Hey, I'm on a time. Like I don't want to take up people's time.
But you did invite us to come. We did come. We do got a little gift for you.
Yeah. Thanks,
Little gift
God.
for
Do I
your
need to
family.
open this on?
You can do it yourself on my mama paparazzi juice.
As long as it don't vibrate. it's
Okay,
good.
Mama.
Oh.
You done
It's
bad.
from my mama paparazzi juice.
You know I ain't got no sense.
I don't have no Thank you,
sense.
Mama.
I'm my biggest customer. Got a whole load of that
Thank
stuff.
you. Shut up. Plethora of things up in here. Okay, then. And I'm a jewelry girl, so
She's
thank
definitely a
you.
jerk.
Now,
I am a
That's a
jewelry girl.
gift though.
Like I'm trying
because
to be
we
good.
always talk about it. We always talk about it. But nobody
You
ever
did
asks.
not go get
We
that.
always talk about it. Now,
Am I missing?
you can go try the other. We're not going to ask who's going to take them, but we are going to bring them to you so you can try them. You ain't going to try them live here. You're not going to try
I'll
them.
try 'em live.
You don't have to, but we're not going to make you
I'm
do it.
trying live.
But
Are
we
you gonna
do
warm
got.
them up though?
I am, but
The
she don't
micro-
eat enough.
some
But we do got some Whataburger pancakes. Later on, Whitney gonna give us an answer who's better. Not right now, but we do got some pancakes for her and Delisa.
Okay.
So,
They look
just for the
heavy.
record. And you say that, and you say they
Says
were
the person who
frozen.
work out 5 times a
Talking about they were
day.
frozen.
They look heavy.
Yeah.
I
So,
mean, they look like they was made.
And they
you
gonna
know,
stick to
they
me.
poured it in the skillet and
exactly.
gave some love.
Exactly.
They don't look like the ones that
So,
you get out the package.
Now, with that being said, this is the part of the show.
Wonder what that was.
Yeah. Thank you. So, Whitney, Delisa, this is the part of the show where we give y'all the floor. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. Promote what y'all want to promote. The floor is yours. You can stay right there, Perk. I'm just gonna bring the camera up.
Right now? Oh. Give me a. Let me do it.
Whenever you're ready.
How do you start that off? definitely looking.
No.
No. It's, no.
Just
I know. I just want one at a time. I'm gonna move it.
I know it was looking slow.
He wants you to.
Look slow.
Just go.
Hey guys, my name is Delisa, and I'm the owner of Nails by Delisa. And I do all full-size services, from full acrylic nails to gel nails and gel manicures, and also pedicures. I'm a big stickler of education and also giving my clients the tender love and care that they need and deserve. Please come out to see me. I am located in Little Rock, Arkansas. If you're ever in the spot, please come, book an appointment. There are appointments only because this is a one-on-one service to give you all of my time and attention. Shout me out. Phone number 501-909-6886.
Just do that and say it again.
501.
Point down.
Oh. The number is 501-909-6886.
Hey guys. That sounds very YouTube-like. My name is Whitney Brown. I am a master level social worker. I worked in the mental health field 13 years, for the past 13 years. Yesterday was the third annual the Self-Love Symposium. Yeah. So if you're in Little Rock, or if you want me to come to whatever church location or schools, I'm more than welcome to do that. I've done that as well. I give out a symposium on self-love and how it relates to the whatever population. It can reach any population. So if you have any information or want me to come out and speak at your venue, at your program, whatever that may be, like I said, church, work, school, community, you name it, I'm there. You can follow me on social media, which is Queen_Brown, just without the O. So BRWN, QUEEN_BRWN, or you can reach out to me by phone. Preferably text me first, because we got these scammers out here. But 501-410-4479, and get with me if you would like for me to do a self-love event, or any event for that matter about mental health. Thanks.
Well, ladies, thank y'all again for doing this.
I'm glad y'all was here. Because I kid you not, AJ, when you made the comment, said, if it's just us four in the building, it's going to happen.
It's
And I
gonna
said,
be there.
Oh, there you go. We gotta wrap this up.
I wasn't leaving.
No, but when she told me about, like, yo, tell me the date, I'll be there.
I was very surprised.
I'll be there. So and then once she told me what it was, I was like, yeah, you gotta come, because this right up your alley. I was just there for jokes.
This is definitely needed here in Little Rock. I'm just letting y'all know, like, we don't have this.
So
I was glad y'all came, because it helped me out, because I'll try so much to get the men to talk.
Yes.
And y'all know how hard it is for
It's very
men to
hard.
talk. At any age.
trust me, we know it's hard to get men on here to talk.
Really? So it's hard for y'all too? So I'm so glad y'all were able to give. My
You said
pastor
why?
was very...
Yes.
Because a lot of men don't feel comfortable talking about it. Like, it's not, unless, so when that camera goes on, it's like they think all these people are behind it. And so a lot of times, we talk different in the barbershop than we probably would talk anywhere else. And so that's a different thing. So, like, you got to have more men that are willing to talk and willing to say stuff that they won't say, just to get them opened up.
Don't get mad about the criticism. Like, you're gonna say something somebody not gonna like, but who cares?
And I guess for me, it's like, I love to hear real men talk about whatever issues, because it helps us women be better women.
Cool.
Yeah, how to treat y'all.
How to treat y'all, because like you were saying, I hear, and we want to know how to fix it, because like, if we in a situation, I know, oh, Perk don't fool, he don't like to hear that. I'm gonna respect that. I'm gonna respect your boundaries. I'm gonna respect what you like as a friend, as a person that I know. And now we're closer. It helps us be better women.
Well, let us know when the Self-Love Symposium number 4
And the cookout.
Oh, let us know when it is. We'll be back. This time we'll probably have more cameras, do more stuff, more lights, because seems like that this stuff is kind of needed. And I'm glad I did bring my lights. Cause
I'm
it
so
did
glad you
work.
did.
But
Thank you.
like I always say, you already know. If you need me, call me.
And I'll say this, and I think I can speak for both of us. Like, if you need us to help with this, like help put it together, help coordinate it from A to Z, I don't think we would mind doing that. Just with our experience from doing events so long. So
I appreciate that.
It's needed.
You know what, y'all? I think it's the first time y'all was like. I mean, I think I mentioned something, asking y'all the question, what made y'all start the podcast? What made y'all want to do it? And I think nobody else had asked y'all that question or something like that. And he was like, "Well, we always be talking. I guess y'all two be talking about stuff." And I said, "We just put it on. Let's put it on out there and let's just do it. And
Well,
you won't know till you do it." And
The
I was like,
real reason why I started is because of Star. I think I told y'all yesterday, like when he passed, I went on YouTube. I saw so much stuff of him.
Right.
And I was like, if something was to happen to me with my nieces and nephew, or even my sister, because she said, this is your Uncle Asia or
Right.
Florida, stuff like that. So I was like, I needed to do something. I was like, what else can I do? Because I can't rap,
Okay.
can't sing,
Okay.
really not trying to get into acting,
Right.
but I can get a podcast going.
Okay.
And this thing about it, he was forced into it. He ain't had no choice. But I can say that,
Kirk was first.
yeah, he was forced.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna show you the video. He was forced because he was like, "What we doing?
What is happening? I just showed up.
You just said. But I can say this from doing this, even talking to y'all and other people, it was needed. Like the conversation we be having and talking to people, like the best example I can give you is I'm gonna wrap this up. Is we had Gia on. You remember her? Gia, she was in a 10-year marriage, but 7 of the years she was out. Like she was
Mentally?
done.
Do
Like
I
gone.
know this person?
No, you don't.
Oh, okay.
So she was happy for 3 years. The other 7, she was just there. We had it was my homegirl in Florida. She was going through the same situation. Because of that video, she divorced her husband like 2 weeks later.
Wow.
And
And
I
that's
was like,
how it is.
so if it wasn't for that video, who knows? She might be still in a relationship. And I always tell people, I don't know who this gonna help, but I know it's gonna help somebody out there.
Right.
So it's,
Yeah, be the alpha and beta situation. Yeah, good. Okay, we're not.
we gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna wrap this.
We got it.
Honestly,
I'm gonna finish like this. I don't know who this. We don't know who this video gonna help. But if we help one person out there in YouTube land, we did our job.
We did.
So
Amen.
we're gonna do that. We're gonna wrap it up. So once again, Solomon Momma, Whitney Brown, TT Bay. That's Perk. I'm Florida. Quitter couldn't make it, but we're gonna make it. We're gonna make sure she comes to the next one.
Yes.
And like I always say, we're gonna do better and get better. And y'all have a good night or day, depending on where you're at. We have Cal Podcast.
G14 classified. That's good.
Headline, Starlight.
DJ Star.